Check. Uno, dos, Ichini.
I wish you all the best I can, but I stop myself for a while. I'm saying things I don't believe. The panic's rising up in you. Won't you tell me something new? Don't you think for the people the best we find back my stuff a little sooner than this? Don't you think for the people the best we find back my stuff a little sooner than this? Don't you wish I wanna feel someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new. You drive us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think for the people the best we find back my stuff a little sooner than this? Don't you think for the people the best we find back my stuff a little sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? Wish you all the best I can, then I stop myself for a while.
This is the cowbell song. Nothing like a little cowbell just to perk you up. We're getting started. Just getting my last little bit together. It's a little anticipation. Everybody keeps calling me Sean, but it's not. Bobby Joe Roublemaker, that's my name. Bobby Joe. They keep calling me Sean. It's just weird.
Sean, step away from the controls.
I gotta go.
Tírate un selfie que te ve 1,000,000. No hay trabajo en la mañana, un bendición. Baby, put your favorite dress on. And maybe we can skip and go right to the sequel. Prende Philly Blunt, take a hit for the people. El Instagram que se algoritmo. Machuca sin vergüenza y la tiro con ritmo. Agua. You know I like it like that. You know I like it like that. You know I like it like that. Yeah. Tírate un selfie que te ve bien cabrón. No hay trabajo en la mañana. Llamo a mi cama when the night is done.
I suppose we're ready. Ah, that was the wrong button. What kind of bimbo brings a shovel to a gunfight anyway? I should shoot you right now on general principle.
I know you sleep, motherfucker.
Listen, shut the up. Let me handle this.
Snip, snip. I can nip this right in the butt like this.
Harley, it's cool, baby. It's cool. We just talking. Harley, baby, stay with me now. Forgive Benny now. He just salty because he FOMO'd in and he bought Sinverse way too high. Want that over with me, baby, not him. Listen, you just hang back and you don't do a goddamn thing. Harley, you're doing great, baby. I'm proud of you, and Joker's proud of you. Tell Harley you're proud of her, Joker. I'm proud of you, honey bunny.
I love you, honey bunny.
I love you too, honey bunny. Now I want you to go into that bag and you get out my ledger wallet, and my Sinverse land NFTs better be there. Do you understand me? If a single Sin token is missing from that wallet, my wrath shall be upon you. Do you understand me, motherfucker? Right now, we're just all gonna take a chill pill, and we're gonna tune in and see what Road Dogg said. All right, everybody just calm down. Calm down, it's gonna be all right. It's almost over. It's almost over, Harley. Just calm down.
For those of you out there that hitting that like button, I should say thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. Right behind me, we've got Tokenmetrics finally working with that NFT. I guess whatever glitch was going on, we're fixed and we're up and going, so we're good. Now we got this information going. Best daily performers today is Pepecoin, Gravity, Galaxy, that's with GAL. Corgi AI and Metaplex, not up very much, 3% at the most right there. Worst performance was Rollbit, Dogcoin, Cat in a Dog's World, ABT, and Superverse. Things that recently turned bullish, it says, is Teller, TRB, Bork, Islamic, Bapa Appa, and Division Network. I assume it's network. A lot of times when I assume, it just makes, well, you know how the saying goes. Here we are. We got a little bit of sell pressure going in with our buy and bear index over here. And what's it going on? We'd like to look over here at the bubbles. Now for the hour, we look kind of green, and I expect us to get a little bit of a pump, and we'll talk about that in a second. These are the ones that have been up for the day. Akash and HNT have been taking the lead in the top 100, but in the overall, things are looking kind of nice. Notice how FET is up about 50% right there. Some good movement in the altcoins. Meanwhile, oh, well, how convenient. There's a Tangem wallet. I happen to have my Tangem wallet right here. Use the code word DAWG. Save 10% on Tangem wallet. Next screen. Here are Bitcoin. This is not Bitcoin. This is total 3. We're going to end up there anyway. This is where our altcoins are hanging out. This is kind of in a general sense here. Now, being here, I'm on I want to go to the daily time frame, and we got a little bit of a trend line here, kind of whatever. Mostly what we're picking up on is this horizontal channel that we're in. And we could find some down, but there's some good signs here on the daily at about a non-moving average, which is giving us some support crossing that 50 right there, which can be a nice little spike in activity with our altcoins, giving us a little boost, starting to see another 10 or so billion come in. So, you know, there might be some plays there, some chances to take some profits that you might have missed. We still got some areas to cover on total 3 before we actually see something really pop off. And now, just like a lot of other things, I'm calling this a John Wayne pattern, because I've got nothing better to call it. It's kind of weird because you get these 90-degree angles coming here, and then right above it, you get this little. That was horrible. This kind of cowboy hat shape. Hence the John Wayne. I would put out the face, but I'm rocking this new face tonight, so it's not as scary. If we get a little push in altcoins, we get past this little line here, 627 billion. That's a 618 Fibonacci. It's colored yellow, so it should be. And we will double check, but getting past that point would be a breakout, and then we can definitely come up about 662 and even more. I mean, there's a nice little measured move here. If I recycle this little line right here, just pull it straight down and take the width of this channel, if we were to break out there, we'd be coming up basically right around to the top of the channel that we were before. This is back in March, back when things were good with altcoins, when we first saw that big run up and we're like, oh my gosh. And even as much as I was preaching to take profits, I didn't do that great of a job through here when we had a triple top scenario over there. But we might be having another chance over the next 4 to 6 weeks, maybe, to start our way back there. First guy we got to get's that 660 something area. We're lowered a little bit. I've already got enough of that number in my chart anyway. And speaking of which, moving averages 800, 600 and something, 360, 200, all up and to the right, signifying, hey man, the momentum is still strong in altcoins. Even though they got decimated, the recovery is coming. Now, I'm not suggesting that we're getting ready to blast off. I'm getting ready to suggest that we're getting ready to get a nice move up with altcoins, meaning we can see them come up, but then they can just roll right back over. We've got some obstacles to overcome. We were still below our 200 moving average on the daily, and that is up here at that $620, $630 billion area, 634 to be exact. We could go up that high. That would be a nice little rise. That's where the areas that we were up recently when you were probably saying, hey man, this is working out. My portfolio is starting to make a comeback. Well, we could go back up there. And I hope we do. And I hope that you take profits there too, because I don't see us quite just getting away from there just yet. We still got some down and sideways. So I encourage taking profits when you can, because you can buy back cheaper at this point in the time. Game. Here we are over here on their little indice thing. We'll always take a quick look. This has got Bitcoin dominance getting a little intense there. Starting to go up. That may take some of the limelight away from some of these altcoins. There's a frog in my throat. What kind of things does he do with frogs? There we go. But let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. What's she doing, man? Is she going to come down, or is she going to hold this area? My best guess is that, yeah, she's going to continue coming down. This is nice seeing her hold this area, but moving averages, that cross of that 9 over the 21 does suggest that she may just come down. Now, probably a lot of hopeful attitudes right here with that nice little bullish cross we got to the 50 over the 200, the buy signal. Hey, maybe that's enough to keep us above this trend line and still respect it, but I kind of see this bigger trend line that we've tested quite a few times probably coming back into play in the somewhere. It could be right now, it could be down as low as 60,800. By the time the price gets here, we're probably looking somewhere around 61.3 maybe ish, if that much. And it looks like it's going to take it a while to get down there, a slow burn. And that might be nice for altcoins, might be. As long as Bitcoin dominance kind of just doesn't go too crazy on us, it might be. Let's go ahead and rock some of these altcoins, and we know that the channel favorite is leaning a lot toward Caspa, so we want to make sure that we always get some Caspa in here. Caspa, the best that I can define it here on the 4 hour is in a channel, and it's riding right above the 600 moving average and something moving average. It's a big one. It's looking nice and strong, and Caspa's been leaning on that, been leaning on old Lucy. Makes me question what's going on there. I'm just saying. What's her up to? And we're just kind of in this range with the moving averages down to 16.4 as high as 17.3. We just range. Caspa's not really doing much. You could try to look at this as a bull flag if you like, if you wish. I'm on the 4 hour time frame. We're below the 9 moving average, which as long as we are, I'm going to make fun of you and call you weak. Don't take it personally. It's just hopefully just enough negative attention just to make you feel self-conscious enough to start getting off your ass and moving up a little bit, Caspa. It gets boring in this area when you stay here too long. Were that to happen, the Bukowski method is to take that, let's move right to here, low to high, and put it right there at the bottom trend line that you got measured out. And that could get us, if it does play as a flag. A lot of times that they're very kind of disappointing how they play out, so let's keep that in mind. But there's that little hopium aspect that it could actually reach 18.7 based on just that theory alone. Me, myself, I really like to look at the bigger move, which is a much bigger channel, and take those channel ideas, and that's kind of what I rock with whenever she breaks out. And you can see it takes us back up to Fibonacci areas that I look for confluence, and still somewhere around 19.8. We're not anywhere near there. I see no signs of us actually getting there at this present moment until we get back past this 200 moving average. We're trying. Shout out to everybody that's hanging out with me tonight in the chat. Whether you're out there being active or just a lurking, your boy's usually a lurker anyway. We got Strega, or we got Trade Intuition first, and we got Strega coming in yelling about fanny packs. We got Mr. Miles, who's also first. And we got Good Brown Gravy. How's it going? Derek Adams, good to see my man. He's doing his white face and black face at the same skit. Cancelled. I feel like I am in France, am I not? And we got Brackish Adventures. Derek says, love the dance in Elon and Trump. Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool too. At some point, Elon loses his head because it's just a flaky rendition, but that is kind of cool. Pepe was deep dead. Ha ha, Rogue Dog said. Ha ha ha. All right, so Casper, doing what Casper does, is kind of hanging out there, but eventually going up to the upper side. Casper's a good project. We do like it here. So what's a pop-hopping? Well, we looked at H&T earlier today, and that's going off, and also looked at Akash, which probably not a bad idea to look at. I like Akash, since it is one that's popping off, and that's the one that's kind of leading things at the moment. If we had to look at this, of course, we got this little tool on, which does a great job. It's very impressive. I don't normally use it though. Great for ranges, to figure out a range, because price it moves and then we get stuck in a range, and range is usually where you end up giving up a lot of your money, profits if you had them. A lot of the altcoins are doing the same thing. We got the pointy with a little bit of roundiness, and once they get past the what we call a belt line, yeah, belt line is what it is officially called by the people who have common sense. Once you get past that, that's a good sign that it's confirmed, and then you can just measure moves. Now, you can take it from the shallow measure move. You can be a little bit adventurous and take it from this measure move. The theory behind it really is that, well, you're in a channel. Lots of channel measure move. But if you want to look at it as measuring the old dangle to see how it measures up, well, that's another way to put it, I guess. And it looks like it might go up all the way to 4.01. I hear that is the natural average there of that move. 4.01. I don't know. Some of you might look at that and say, well, that's just a little disappointing. I was hoping for a little more. But sometimes you just gotta be satisfied with what you get. And I don't know, I think most of you could say, well, I could probably take 4.01 out of Akash. She wants to get up there and feels a little feisty. However, the truth be told, that about 3.6 is probably really the true part of the story. I don't mean to burst your bubble or anything, but that's good. That means we clear this little winky dink area right down here at 2.93 cents, which is what we're trying to do. This little turtle's coming out to play right here. And her head's not ducking back in, it's sticking out. So we got a little chance for this little thing right here just to keep on a trucking and keep on a growing. Currently not a shower, but there might be something there to be proud of as that number just goes up. And you watch that portfolio grow just a little bit, about 23% to be precise on the spot. Not bad for Akash Network, in my personal opinion. I think, hey, good things come in small packages. Akash might be, if it comes up to 485, why, might have a little punch to that sucker. It might just rock your world right there. That's the target I would actually be hoping for. Not to put any pressure on you. No pressure. Let's keep those candles a pumping. You know what I'm saying? Come on, now, take your time. Enjoy the ride. I like Akash. It's a good project. I'd like to take a look at it over here on... Oh, that's Coin Trends, which I'm not signed in on. It's worth taking a look at over here on Tokenmetrics, AKT, just to see what it is. As like for a longer term hold idea. Now, my philosophy is really, if you want to be a trader, why not trade the coins that you got conviction in? And that way, if you mess up, well, then at least you can just add it to your hold bag. That's one way to look at it. Otherwise, you end up with a bunch of coins sometimes. All right, so Akash Network coming in at $3.01. Let's see can we not scroll this up? Can we not? It's behind my head, what I'm trying to look at, and you guys can't see it. Well, that sucks. Akash is a cloud computing, one of those things. I'm not going to get into depth. You guys can look all this stuff up. I don't want to bore people. It's already here. I don't want to come in and go for all that nerd stuff. I just want to see charts. I too like charts more than I like nerd stuff. But the investor summary is what I want to look at right there. I don't know if you can see behind it. Yeah, maybe. You can at least see the numbers. Fundamental grade 60% right here. Valuation grade is 8. Oh, you're a little bit swinging the bin. Not overvalued yet, but we're up there. It's not in the juicy. I need to buy it because it's very, very undervalued, like it would when we come across those that are over here. 80, 90%. Oh yeah, remember those? Technology grade's coming in at 62%. Can't you get back to $6, $7, $8? I think that she can. I think that she can actually get up somewhere around $8 to $9. So it's a nice one to get if you get in on the low lows or get in on maybe a breakout. And she's trying to break out now. She's still got some wiggle rooms and some areas to confirm. If you really want to be more conservative, you'd be looking at buying it at 368. But the Degen in me says, why the hell do I want to buy then? I'm buying at $2.99 right now. That's exactly what my Degen sounds like too. It's annoying. It's an annoying voice. Screw you, road dog. And very abusive a lot of times too, I might add. So Akash looks kind of interesting there. Stacks has been doing a little something, looking kind of nice. She was down in the doldrums, just feeling really bad about life and just the world in general. And I can't say that I can blame it because, it's been a crazy world these last 4 years. Very crazy. It seems to keep getting crazier, and it's got to take its toll on anybody. But thank gosh we got Bitcoin, and thank gosh we got some other crypto opportunities can help us acquire more Bitcoin before they dump to 90% of their new all-time highs, because that's just what they always do every 4 years. Still, that I'm calling it the John Wayne. Not quite a diamond, but diamond-esque. But whatever. it seems to be doing what I've seen them do before, and we just keep on pumping and still got this little flag idea, and that's going to be the go-to for a lot of people and stuff. Oh, look! Oh, you'll decrease the targets, and if you're banging on it, well, it may not happen that way, and it definitely won't happen in one straight shot. It usually doesn't. If it does, though, well, that is a fun ride to be on, I must admit. But the chances are that our Fibonacci's are telling us what's really going on is that, hey man, we're in a good area we can pull back from just a little bit. So taking that in consideration, I will pull a new fib. I will use cast the magic spell, swing low to swing high, tell me where I need to buy, and she's going to kind of draw these out. We're going to change our fib colors up and everything. Just mix it all up. And from what this new pool tells me, that if we come back down, same areas, basically we got to have before, just a little different. About 156, well, that's going to break this makeshift trend line I got. Maybe it deserves to be broken, but that's the best we got at the moment. It gets a little fuzzy down here when we got these V-shaped kind of recoveries there, when the world just gives up on crypto and says, no, I don't want you anymore. Go away, lassie. Throwing rocks at the poor little dog, telling it to go away, and then it starts chasing you back again. What the hell is this guy talking about? The big thing that I would like to draw your attention to is this 236 area right there. We're going to draw a little line right there. Now, bounce off of that, a confirmed bounce would be great, but it doesn't usually stick. So I would expect for price to eventually come back to 155, and that would be a nice little strong bounce that we can come back, bounce, and then start rocking everybody's world and make a higher high and start coming around these areas around to $2.19. Why is he talking that way? But the real beauty that I believe when you really zoom out is that little John Wayne pattern starts looking a lot like a double bottom. It's a double bottom formation there. Well, those are good because they also have belt lines. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The belt line. Because it's bottoms, what's above your bottom if you had? Would it be a belt? Which would come first, a belt or a necklace? That made no sense. Never mind. Faulty logic. Anyway, there's a major move that could take us up here to this target, 281. And those are some nice little ideas to kind of think of, hey man, for a longer term hold, would I enjoy making a little bit of gains? Maybe if we came back to this area at 168 and eventually ended up here at 277, there might be up to a 65% profitable result from that. Should I want to take it and risk the time and effort it comes with it? We were up in those areas before we started coming down to the areas that we've been in and then are now. We can definitely go back up there. It may not be the fastest horse. We're just looking at what she's doing. If you're already in it, there's some good days coming. If you're thinking about getting in it, this is still a pretty decent place. You can probably get it a little cheaper, though, about 155. Guys, I want to keep throwing out these coins, and you're going to look at what I want to look at, unless you want to throw some out in the chat there. Hey, there's Celinda. How's it going, Celinda? Celinda got a wrench. I'm just saying. We need some women moderators there. Keep us boys in line. When we get out of line, she slap us on the hand. Let's take a look at, I've been playing Nakamoto. I've been playing this one too, so price got down low. I moved this one over to a spot margin position so I could get, it's like 3x or something, you know? Up to 3x is how it translates. It just gives me a little bit extra. I can build bigger bags when we're at bottoms, and that's what I like to do. And that little sucker keeps it growing. I'm like, wow, that's a lot more Naka than I had before. Gives me hope I'm building up some of those bags that I actually lost when we had, you know, that bigger dump. I like this channel idea. Looks like we may be breaking out of it. Measure move on that little guy. From wherever we break out, it brings us back up very close to the areas that we first started from. Support resistance flip right over here. Didn't quite make it up there, but it's worth noting that little guy. Of course, we haven't got our official breakout either, so this is a preliminary guess that we can get up into these areas. We adjust the measured move after we get the official breakout. I don't feel like people mention that when they're calling out all these prices and educating, but yeah, you do that if you want to be more accurate anyways. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. You hear me say that incantation all the time because I'm trying to get it into your subconscious mind. Why is everybody on YouTube worried about my subconscious mind? It's just an easy rhyme to remember, so that the little system that I use for fibs, well, you understand how it goes. There's two ways to pull them by my system. You might see other people pull them totally different and go by a different way, and you know, there's a little bit of a difference sometimes. Pulling from the high to the low tells us where we're going to face some resistance, and the best place to find the resistance is going to be at that 618. Another good place is going to be, and I'm just going to give this to you off the rip, even though there's a formula that gets us there, a couple of little tricks that get us there when we get deep into the fibs, but as a general rule, the square root of the 618, which is the 1.272, is my next go-to magical fib. Add those to your fibs, and just even if you just blindly use them as targets without even putting the ideas and everything back to it, you'll find that there are some very great targets that give you some really good profit. So that's the Cliff Notes. But there's a lot of beauty into the fibs. It just goes deeper and deeper the more you jump into it, but it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't need to be at all. Being complicated just takes up all your time, and you spend more time fiddling around than actually taking advantage of what's being presented on the charts. 161 is a great target. Looking over to the left, after you pull your fib, you go see what the price history says, see if it agrees. If it doesn't agree, well, it may not be that good of a target, but if it agrees, it looks like, that looks like a smack dab great one. And if you ever kind of just doubt the power of the fibs, well, you just go earlier and do it. And you say, we do a swing low, swing high, tell me where I need to buy, and see where we can bounce. And after we get that bounce, we go swing high to swing low, tell me where price is going to go. And I don't know, I got a high to low, and let's get them. Here's a 618. I got them by color right here. Let's see how they panned out. Let's see, let's get some higher ones too. We got our 113, we got our 1272. By gosh, we'll even throw our 1414 in here. And I doubt, although it is part of the thing, but it's very rare that we get that 618. But that's dang on, it's on the table. But I don't know. How did they stack up over here? What did we nail? Anything? That 1-3 got it, didn't it? You don't see any that had hit before there. I mean, we could have got them and put them on there, but we didn't. We went for the ones that were like, that's where that should be the first one that she wants to fail at, and there we go. This is our 618, which it likes to play with. Anyway, over the plan. I just find that that's interesting, and then we go swing high and swing low. Tell me where price is going to go, and we can start getting the areas again. We can get our low areas over here. And my gosh, I didn't nail my 272. I don't know if that's my fault or it is. Okay. It's about as good as I can tweak her. Oh, seriously? Just that little tweak? Oh, that's kind of picky. But can we not agree that 1272 area, the price visited it? Can we not? Can we look at this 113 area and see if it had any kind of relevance? Yeah, did it? Yeah, I did. Would that not be a good plan if you wanted to short up here at this area and build a short and write it down as far as you never know it's going to go there, but they can. Those are the mysteries of the fibs. I love the fibs. The fibs are awesome. They're majestic and mystical, and they're beautiful. And I probably just bored everybody to sleep. Oh crap! Everybody left. Oh well. All right. Well, what you guys want to talk about? Bring out the formulas. Where's the chalkboard? Where's the blackboard? Manicky says Derek Adams. That one was doing good, and I think it had a pullback today, right? Oh, look at all this. There's nothing there. This is Manicky over on CoinEx. She's made a lower low, but broke back up above it. That's good. That's what we would hope for, right? If she didn't, we'd be like, "Oh, you suck, Manicky." And now we're like, "Oh, there's hope." So if we got that going on. How'd you stack up, baby? Did you go down to that 10272? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. There is no 100% guarantee that any of this stuff works out every time, but most of the time it does pretty darn good. And that's all you need is a little bit of edge to get ahead in this market. It's just a little edge. Fibs will give you that edge. Fibonacci will give you that edge. We might be in for a little bit of a breakout. Now some people will just immediately look, oh look, we got a follow winch, which yeah, if it's there, it does. I agree. It also fits this channel idea with partial decline idea too. So channels and triangles can simplify this if you want just a little shortcut way to just condense all this stuff down to a little easy system. That's channels and triangles. You can go with all the little patterns in between, but when you really zoom out, it always boils down to it's really a channel. Your triangles come when you divide that channel into something else. See the little triangle? See the breakout of the triangle? See, it went to the top of the channel though, not just once, but twice, 3 times right there. This angle down here, if that's all you had to go by, would have told you that. These are the things I just like to talk about and nerd out on this channel, and I think it bores people. I don't know. I need some reactions on that. Do I talk too much about this stuff? Or should I just like stick with it? I just want to know where it's going and what prices are doing, because we can do that too. Of course, I'm always going to use my fibs because my fibs don't lie. They're like Shakira's hips, and I just can't get enough of them. Goodness gracious. Shake it for me, baby. Oh, I am on tonight. Look at that. 0.007469 and below is considered to be a good place to be buying if you're trying to build up a position of this. Okay. Break above that's gotta happen if we're going to hope to get, and we need to plan on that 0.0098 target. So easy. This is such a simple system. Such a simple system to trade, baby. I mean, it looks like it has the possibility the way it's done over here. There's a little hiccup at the 618 area, right? Maybe that'll be enough. It looks like she could go through this one and actually, sometimes you see where they just, screw your 618. I'm just going to jog right through it. This may be one that does. And the clue is because, well, there's not much going on over here. It's just, there's nothing there to stop us than this little fuzzy moment that we had over here when we realized, oh my gosh, we're going up. Well, she might get there and remember that same feeling, and then instead of getting here and having to hiccup and reject it like we're always looking for, that's just she might get here and say, oh my gosh, we're going up, and keep on going. I call that chart memory. It helps with the sentimental. What the hell's he talking about? He doesn't even know. Take a drink, Road Dog. Good Brown Gravy says it's really wild how accurate fibs are. It is. Strega says I'm just enjoying the info. We love channels and trend lines. They tickle my pit. Lunacy keeps popping up suddenly. That's for the degen right there. Ain't nothing wrong with it though. A lot of, you get used to a coin and you can get used to its behavior. the more, that's one thing, if you can actually stick with a project instead of being in too many to track and keep up with stuff, but you get really, and a lot of traders do that. They'll just trade the same pair, and there's a personality that kind of starts revealing. You just see how it reacts at times. It's like they have their own little personalities. If you kind of stick with those charts, and then you get really dead on and knowing, what this one, what makes this one ticks, and you click in onto the signs. For me, that would be Bitcoin, and I guess for most analysts, we were trying to tune into Bitcoin, but you can also see the personalities just come out in all these other coins too. It's wild. All right, enough woo-woo. What were we looking at? Your short-term memory. Strega says, yeah, I'm getting into the pair. Tickles my fibs. Let's see, this is Mannequin. Did we ever get anything with Mannequin? It's got to get above this area before we see anything great. But if it does, well, those are juicy targets. I didn't finish my thoughts on it. My thoughts processes. Well, we never know exactly where she's going to go. So if I'm trading, if I'm swing trading, and this is what I like about swing trading, meaning that this, even if I worked a 9-to-5 job, I can swing trade, right? You don't have to worry about a 1 minute time frame and all this stuff. And, they make it look labor intensive on these morning shows. Like, be in and out. You got to be in and out. You got to be on it. Well, not if you're working a 9-to-5 and hope to get to where you can't work it to a 9-to-5. That's not what got me here. It's the longer things where you make the bigger money. And you can even use a little leverage with it too. I don't recommend perpetuals though. It's just not worth it. It will suck you dry with fees, and your liquidation price just keeps gradually raising and raising. You're like, what happened? But what's the percentage if you were, this is poised to do her classic breakout. And if she does that, we'll be looking for a price to break out, and then people will be, I'm buying. And some people just buy it then. The smarter ones wait for it to at least you come back and retest. And she might get up to this area and roll over and like, I'm buying the top, and now I've lost money. On 100 leverage, 100x leverage or whatever. But it coming back, and it can retest the line down here, but usually it's a price that actually broke out to a lot of the times. We'd hope for it wouldn't go past that. And she may come up down here, way up before she comes back for a retest. There's always usually a retest, and a lot of people don't talk about that when it comes to breakout tradings. Even if she comes up high, they come right back down to where she broke out. So if you miss it, there's always that chance, but there's no guarantees, because you will get it to a breakout at one point that's not going to come back. But that's a bullish sign for the whole market. So all the other positions you got and everything are probably going to be doing good too. And those are great. And that's oh my God, she's not coming back. She came up here. She never did a retest, man. You suck. All right, well, you take that as a dang bullish sign. Yeah. I mean, it means no matter where you jumped in, you're probably still doing good, because you probably fumbled in anyway. No, I'm not talking to anybody here personal. I'm just Road Dog feeling weird tonight. Look at the gains. What are the gains? From the breakout, that's what I was trying to get to. How many gains? To the 618, which looks like it'll actually break through and go further. and go to the 786. That's 185. That's a tall hope. But why she just went where she came from? Should be able to do that, right? That's 100. That's 100%. That's a moonbag. That's like $100 in MexC right here at the breakout, and selling right here at 0.0117. And then you take your $100 out, and then you got a free bag of MexC that's worth $100 at that time as well. That's a free $100 worth of MexC. And if it does a 10x from here, that's a free $1,000 bag of MexC. And you ain't got a dime in it. It's free and clear. You could even use it as collateral. Take it over and use some spot margin on it. And now it's that $100 worth of MexC is worth about $300. You can build that little bag up, double it fairly easily and safely, and then you got a $200 position that quickly starts growing up to about a $500 value. It's crazy. And you already got your $100 out a long time ago. It's free and clear money, compounding on itself, and you pulled your capital out. It's important to pull that capital out. If you don't, you'll just round trip it and then some. That's how they get you. Who said that, Joe Biden? Toshi dropping today, getting some more, says Straight. Hey, let's look at Toshi. Toshi. Where'd you go, Toshi? Oh man, we got some big targets over here. Look, we got a crazy magic move taking us up to 0.00079. Where did that come from? Oh, right. That was the crazy master move, yeah. That's the ones that you see on YouTube a lot, and I'm like, oh, dude, man. I mean, it's in the realms of possibilities, but most people are not going to be, that's not going to be their go-to. What is she doing? This is a mess. I'll just say, whatever kind of trend line, we got to zoom out. Get rid of some of that noise. Now let's get back to the noise. See how that looks there on that time frame. Not perfect, but it's there. Let's get rid of this. If there was anything there broken, it wasn't very solid. We're at 618, it looks like, from some previous pull. Did you pull it? Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. Well, normally we would expect it to be there, but for some reason she wants to go lower. I'm tightening up my fibs right here. And I'm going to mark this next little rung on that ladder is where we're looking. She wicked down here below it and then came back up, got rejected on the 9-moving average, which has crossed bearishly over the 21. She might make it down here. She might make it down here. 0.000. How many did you say? I lost count of my zeros. There are 4 zeros, and then it's 99.68. I'm just going to say 99.68. She's going to add a 0 on that move. It looks like she's making the dingle dangle of the old Adam and Eve. Could be a possible Adam and Eve forming. Coming down. It might be a nice big one. I could see how that could work out with this Ichimoku cloud getting all nice, big, and welcome. And we got a big falling wedge thing over here. A lot of times when things are starting to turn around from a channel or, you know, one of these formations, you'll see them, they'll get a partial decline and usually have a little bottoming pattern, kind of like an Adam and Eve. A lot of times it's an inverted head and shoulders pattern. That's when you want to look for one. You don't want to look for a regular head and shoulders pattern top over here, because that doesn't make... People do. They do. I swear to gosh, they do. I mean, you might get a little something, but it ain't going to reverse on you, baby, because it ain't got nothing to reverse to. You're in a downward trend anyway. Where do you expect it to go? Road Dog, are you ranting? I'm not trying to. I'm trying to erase this stuff. So we're in other words, we're in good bottom territory to add to the position. And if I wanted to add to Toshi, which I don't want to do right now, that may change later tonight after I look at this a little bit more sensible. Man, because we are at the, oh wow, we are at a low. Dang, that's a good place to buy Toshi. For real, it is. Depending on your risk tolerance, if you're more of the conservative and you need more proof that something's going to go in your favor, more of a sure thing, this is not your moment in time. You will have to just be patient, which sucks to be you. But if you're more of the degen, the kind of want to take a little risk and throw his cojones onto the table, see what kind of shakes and happens, you know? Oh, then you got my blessings. Well, it's not financial advice. This is a financial opinion. I'm just telling you what I would do. It's what I do. It's how I look at it. Well, you should do it. I should do it. I should add to my Toshi bag now. Quit talking about it. Put your money where your mouth is, road dog. I don't need a peanut gallery because it's right here in my head all night long. All that self-talk, my. I will take your bait and I will raise it, says the road dog on degen night. So I don't have a way. I'm doing this on a swap. Normally I would put my order in here, but I don't have that. I'm playing the little loosey-goosey game here on the Coinbase wallet. So mine's probably just going to be a little swap of a nibble, and then I'll keep my own and I'll nibble more because I can't set a limit order. Own an exchange, I'd be setting limit orders and waiting, which is what I've got done on all the other positions. Oh, baby. Oh, you are. Yeah, I try to keep this. I'm trying to keep this. I got a little on one little account that I'm got here. I'm just trying to keep this. I just top it up to $200. Well, when she starts taking off, I'm like, ooh, that 200 turned into a nice one. So I look at it a little different in the swappy swaps, but I'm swapping right now. Come on, baby. What's your drop? I need to get me about, I don't know. Let's nibble about $25 worth right there. Can you do that for me? Yeah. Let's do it. All right, so I add to my little small Toshi bag. I'll look at my other one later tonight. I've got a little bit of a bigger bag too, Toshi. I was watching YouTube late one night and there was this billionaire and he talking about how one of his major strategies is putting it all in the Toshi on base. And he bought it like when it was, well, I guess he's probably sweating now because it had to be around these bottoms, or he got in way early with the ICOs or whatever. I don't know. But I would say, given that how it did since he got in, because this part happened after he got in, he probably made some bank. Like, oh, that's a good 7-8x. Toshi. It is 10:55. We got time for a few more coins here. Let's take a look at our weave. Our weave, I'm looking for about right at $28 getting it. It looks like she might be flagging out here. She lost the main trend line there, so now we got to see what she does. 200 moving average coming in saying, yeah, I like it. I can give her a little support, and we get a little flag going. And 50 moving average crosses that 200, and that could give us, light the gasoline beneath us and then start sending us off to, not to the moon per se, but at least back up to 28, and then maybe all up here, maybe go to the devil in a fire flame of a big old fireball. That sounds fitting. I could actually probably see that play out. Well, who's chasing flags now, Road Dog? Well, I would say if I had to guess of one playing out, I would. My guess is that this one might have a chance. It does kind of suggest that we've already got it marked, but that $31 might be in the cards for our weave. I know I'd like to see it, but I still got to sell orders over here at $27 too. as well as that Fibonacci. I am playing this one, and I seriously have a sell order at every fib. Taking profits along the way because buying it down here and getting up to 80% return staggered, even though it's going to be pyramided. This is how I play the game, senor. Boom! Where's that squeaky voice? Road Dog hit puberty today. Looking for a breakout. I haven't quite got it just yet. But if she flags out and does that goodness, oh man, there's even a bigger thing. How do you want to look at it? Well, I don't want to get in trouble whenever if I get caught. You can look at it. What? You can look at it this way. As a you do the channel thing or the megaphony idea. When she's all said and done, I just do the Cliff Note version of the cheat sheet measure move here and put it at the breakout. Says we can get up here around $47.87 to beat to the penny if you want to be anal, and then there's no need to be anal. Remember, these are zones. It's cool when they go to the penny and everything, and you can look like a genius, but it's totally just happenstance. Although, more often than not, you will look like a genius if you use the fibs, because they're genius makers, in my personal opinion. If you ain't got the magic to bring to the table, honey, the fibs will take it up. They'll do it just for you. I like the fibs. Stop telling all the secrets. You're going to make them come after you. Look at that, Helen. Why, if you take the measure move, well, it says that we're going to go right up here to $120. I'm very picky about my measure moves. I don't like to move them around. I see some of these guys take them and they move them around. We gotta get the angle. I'm like, dude, you ain't following angles. WD Gann followed angles. No dog follows angles. That dude just letting some OCD get ahead of him, I guess. I don't know. Nothing wrong with having OCD. But if it costs you some money, you might want to find a little workaround. I like it. H&T volume seems high. If we look at we have looked at this. According to this indicator, man, she might be near the end of her rope. I'm thinking she's wanting to come over here. $9. After she clears that $7 worth of this top that she just had. Just right under $8, about $7.90. She clears that, man. $9.21 could be on the table for H&T. Believe it or not. Normally I'm looking for 3 humps and a dump out of this, but she's not respecting that trend line. She's trying to go parabolic. We got all the moving averages suggestion. Hey, why not? World's doing crazy stuff anyway. Let's just go ahead and shoot H&T to the moon for no reason. I wouldn't complain about it. She goes past this little 50 moving average right here. Gets closest to our candle. Start closing candles above that one. I'm on the 4-hour time frame here. That could happen. You heard it here first. How do you know they heard it here first? Stop asking me questions, man. I'm live. Next up on the list, you know, call me crazy. People often do, but Here's one that's not talked about very often, but definitely every cycle that I've been in that I've been around it, she makes some gains. It's EET VThor token. I don't know. I mean, who do you think's been greasing the wheels? The new tokens or the ones that have been around for a while? That's an interesting way to look at it, I think. Suggests that our 236 Fibonacci area is coming in here at 0.00288 cents. From where we are now to there would be 38% gains, just to make it back to retest that little support resistance flip, that area we lost there. .0043 and .00495 seem to be the next more important areas once we get a little recovery here, because we are in a falling channel. What goes down must come up, says Road Dog, and upside down physics says gravity not. I don't. It's a bullish. It's the downward things are bullish patterns, because eventually, after you push a ball into the water and let go of it, it pops back up. We find equilibrium in the market at some point, and she's been pushed down, and eventually she's going to break out of that channel and say, oh, I'm free at last, free at last. And she's trying to do it now, it looks like, and putting that there at that area. I like to put it, sometimes I like to put it where she's retesting it right now. Does suggest that we can get back up to this 382 Fibonacci area. So now, great. Well, there's another one I got to go mark. I was trying not to do it, but now there got to be some confluence. So I guess we got to include you in our party too then. So we'll add that one just to make it happy so people won't complain. Because that's probably relevant now. Could just give you all picky and just actually add the actual measure move right there. Yeah, why don't you? Well, that comes in at .0038. And from this breakout area, if we do bounce off this area and get up to that measure move, that's 80% gains. Not quite a moon bag, but enough that you could get points for being just right in at the right place at the right time. You get points for trying. When things break out of these falling channels, they often go back to where they started. That could take us well back past this 618 area. So imagine that, recovering all this area and 165% gains out of V. Well, this isn't even VET, this is VThor. Well, this is the gas thing over on the V chain. Yeah, it makes money too. Let's go check out actual VET. Very similar. They should be very similar. Same ideas going on here. Just bigger targets. I'm going to just skip through all this and blah, blah, blah. It's in a little range currently if you're trying to play this small game, saying probably won't get past 0.027 cents there, but I beg to differ. Same story applies. Our 236 area right there, nice little horizontal line, tells me anywhere under there is a good buy, because ooh, the 0.5 comes in again. Oh man, they all come in. Well, great. I guess we're just gonna not look fancy and just have to take every individual fib into consideration as targets. That would be so horrible for them to hit. Oh my gosh, I couldn't stand it if I had to FOMO in now and then sell at 37 or 54 or possibly 73% gains as price goes up to that 618. That would be horrible. God forbid we had a measure move actually get hit if we actually do get a breakout. Oh no, that would suggest we also go back to that 618 fib. That would be terrible. I don't know why I'm talking this way. I could be doing Peter Griffin impressions. No, I probably couldn't. I don't do Peter Griffin impressions. Hey, look at Tia. Why? She's trying to round out and do something here. She might have a little recovery, man. 702, 885. Most short-term areas I'll be looking for, with a nice honorable mention here at 948. I'd like to see Tia get back in the $9 area. Shoot, I'd like to see her get back $20 there. Yeah, then cash out. Woo, going to Vegas. Woo, baby. She's also in a channel that just keeps getting longer, and just as one of them skinny long ones right there that just poke you in the wrong places, I believe, right there. Getting some support right down here in this partial decline, because, well, you can only go so deep before you got to pull it back out, come back up to these bigger prices. 948 is what I'm looking for, really, for real. That's about 80% gains right there. CTI, please, says Grimmer. Let's look at CTI. It's not on CoinEx. It is on KuCoin. She's still below a major trend line. To zoom out, what's going on? Refresh our memory. Hey, looks like that was the bottom. Hopefully. It's got a chance of possibly confirming there. I would think so, because we haven't quite yet come back down there, and if we pull a fib from low to high there, we bounced off of a 786, which suggests, well, this could be our second or double bottom pattern forming right now. How cute's that? I say rock with that on the daily time frame. It's enough to give me it's enough to make Road Dog take advantage of it if I were trying to. I like that 0.0116 area on up to where we're at 0.0127. This looks like a juicy area to buy if you're trying to add to your bag, or even try to ride this pony. You're at the good place to giddy up. She got some work to do. Got to reclaim that 9 moving average, but it also looks like she's getting that Adam and Eve, or trying to make a possible Adam and Eve. Looks like this one might be a big old Eve. This one's a fat, juicy Eve. She's got that big old roundy bottom. I don't know if it's roundy yet. You can't really see it. She's just now got here, fella. She give her a chance to fill out, but she might just be coming. I don't know how far she come down, but more of a roundy. I would suggest that it would suggest that this would be the area that she comes down to, that we just identified right there at 0.0116. But it could take her a while to confirm and all that other good stuff. But basically, it all points to us trying to get back past the trend line that we lost up here. It's definitely a good place to fib out if you're looking for short-term targets and short-term areas. So we're still in the accumulation area. Still suggest I would go for that 0.018 area. And even 0.02. From where we are, and it could take a while to get there, but 58% possible gains at those levels. Not bad if you're adding to an existing bag or something and then want to pay yourself a little bit up there. I mean, if you've already got conviction and you're already in it, and she's at a good place to add to your bag, we'll see it. Or just ride it on up there. Archbit is hey, there's Archbit. How's it going, my man? And I've been following Swee a lot because Swee's been paying me a lot, or paying me better than I expected. I didn't think she would recover this quick that fast. I'm pleased. Glad that I started building a bigger bag down here at these nice bottom areas, because I'm a bottom feeder when I can be. After saving what was saving and protecting my account, then I was able to actually chill out from that and start taking advantage of some of the other things that were down. That other bags I had put in. And yeah, baby. That's the best time to do it at the bottoms. I can't read this chart anymore. Let's get rid of this crap. What are we looking at? It's time to reevaluate you on the bigger picture anyway. Look at the fibs give us our accumulation zone. I don't think anybody else calls it that, but that's how I identify it, because you look back 6 months, you're gonna wish, man, I wish I'd bought somewhere underneath there. That was the spot. How do you know? What was it over here? Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is gonna go. That was its accumulation. Let's make a big old line there. Well, I bet sure enough, even if you just bought there on the top of that first little red line that we had, by the time that she got up to this high, 165% or even up to 191% if you stayed in the game on the dips and all, probably would agree, man, I wish I bought more when it was 61 cents. Now that it's $2, just a good way to look at it, in my personal opinion. And that's all this show really is, brothers and sisters, friends and lovers, dogs and kittens. It's just opinion, my personal opinion, and you can take it or leave it, because just like everybody else's, it's just as smelly as everybody else's. $1.52, I like that for sweet. Can you do it? She got some rejection at 112, and I see why, because that 382 Fibonacci sitting right there just waiting to slap it down for a minute. So we got to go back there and give it a good talking to and get past it, and then we start working our way up to 132. So, yep, I'm low. Do I have all my orders set on this one? So now's a good time as it should be. Well, let's make sure Road Dogg is doing what he says he does. Over on my big Unix account, oh man, we took a hit. Road Dogg, they said they're going to go back up. She's trying to go back up. She's working on it. It's that Bitcoin dominance. Make up your mind, Road Dogg. She's trying to go back up. She flirted with losing the trend line, but she's trying to recover. I see her recovering. Altcoins in general. While we're getting bullish crosses right here on the moving averages, saying, baby, I want to turn things around. I want to change, baby. Give me another chance. Why not? Let's give him a chance. Come on, Swee. What you got going on? Where are you, Swee? Yes, I do have my sell orders in place on Swee. That's all I really wanted to check on. Or is there any new ones I need to look at? Oh, you're saying... Well, let me just add that one on there. I had 109. Now I got one. Oh, I'm on a different chart though. You got the 112 going on over. Yeah, do, mister. You know, do it right. You got to readjust stuff. I like it. You so silly. You crazy. Run the mess up. You got to redo his stuff. Let me see here now. Fellas, I got a $2.64 target. Are you relevant? Yes, you're a front running that one. I got a 240 right here at the 113. I got a 217. I'm coming up here just a front run in this area right there just a bit. Sometimes I front run it a little bit. I got a 198 coming. I don't see that one. Which one are you? The 886? Did I skip you? Oh, bless your little heart. I skipped the 886 since I didn't spread her thin. I got the 181. I've got the 152. I've got sales at every single Fibonacci, knowing full dang well that they may not all get hit, but as they do, I'm hitting my little jackpots and I'm collecting that money or that collateral that I have put into this market and pulling back out. However you want to look at it, define it, it's different for different people. As number goes up, so does my pocketbook go up, is basically what we're saying here. But I have a 112. I got a 134. which is front running that one a little bit. And a 112. Okay, I got you, baby. And I got a 110 and a 18. Where did they come from? I must have put it on a smaller one. I must be getting a little greedy trying to sell early. No, I'm just trying to work my magic, baby. Smaller orders there. And then I've also got buy orders stacked way down through here, just in case she wants to take a little dip. So I can add more honey to the pot to sell as she comes back up. And I'm playing it in a longer term swing range. Woo, baby. CTI, says Stringer. And we got ArchBit. Upside has to be we get a new entry on Bitcoin. I love the old Bitcoin. So we did CTI, right? Yeah, we did, right? Swing low. Anthem loud that 0.018 area. And that 0.02 area. Let's take another look over here at Bitcoin. Did she recover a little bit? What happened? What's been doing, Bitcoin? We got this trend line going on, and it's shady, man. I mean, I'm on a 6 minute time frame. That's what I normally watch anyway when I'm bored with Bitcoin. Plan on the big ones, but you can watch it on any time you want to, and the 6 minutes seems to be the 6 minutes with the 5 movement averages gives me a pretty good feel for what's going on in the moments. And if it starts looking weird, then I zoom out and look at the bigger time frames to figure it out. But she's losing her momentum here. But yet the momentum is still there. So I'm curious if this trend line area is going to hold. It's suggested it might be able to recover, but it should break down and come down to 62,200-ish. It may take it a minute to get there. We got a $62,049 area here, the 618. And the thing is that once we break this trend line and we already get started, and even if we come down there and bounce, we still got a chance to come down lower. So I still maintain that these two areas and this trend line down here, we might eventually make it down here. No guarantees that we might come down to 61, but we got tired. We broke structure. We're coming down. We might bounce here. That would be great. I like it. I'm not yet seeing that yet. Let me see. Let's go to a 2 hour. 2 hours is a pretty good time. Shoot. Well, I'm still getting for down here in 60 though. Yeah, I still see these. This one's a great one. This one just kind of spells out the areas pretty well. With the moving averages, I think. It's still not broken the overall trend line though, so we don't have anything confirmed bearish. Other than the 9 crossing the 50 says, oh yeah, well, it's coming, baby. Just wait. And she may lie. I don't know, but that's what she says. And we just got to see. Well, you going to lose that trend line, baby? You going to lose it? You going to put us into the middle of this depressing green cloud right here, this big Ichimoku cloud, and suck us in and put us down for a little bit? Oh, they got that look in their eye, man. Yeah, they looking at us cross-eyed. They working on something. I wouldn't trust it. I think we got a good chance to come down just for a healthy correction. And it may not come down any further than the areas that we were over here. Come down and talk to Lucy on the 2 hour, see how she's doing, and get the hell away from her. She is testing us. I agree. Guys, thanks for hanging out. I'll be back again tomorrow night, if not sometime during tomorrow, if it gets, I don't know, just depends on what happens. So that's going on in the market and in life, and if I got the time to do it, I'll pop on. Oh, now things are turning around a little bit. Oh, sweet. It's an indecisive market right now. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys.